Okay, and this lambda function I have coded using what? I have coded using Python. So now if you see these three lines, so I told you, right, if I do not have an inbuilt functionality in Python, I will import those functionalities. Okay, so what it is importing? Importing JSON, CSV, and IO. Import Boto3. So whenever you work with AWS, so we will, in most likely, we will have to import Boto3. So from datetime, you remember we use this datetime function. I'm importing datetime. So I'm just creating something called as a client. So this is just a Boto S3 client. I mean, these are just to way to initialize the program. The only thing which I wanted to tell you, like if you see this, you remember this is a function. This is a def as in keyword. This is the function name. These are the parameters or the input variables which function will accept. Here I'm trying to print this, whatever is coming in this event. Here, if you see what I'm trying to do, I'm fetching some details from the input event, whatever event is coming. And how I'm fetching, I'm using the dictionary concept and the list concept. So if I have the data? Yeah. So if you see, I will get this kind of a huge data here. So let me see. So whenever I have to extract something, right, I have to, so event time. So this data is coming from where? This event is coming from S3. Let me show you here. This date, this event, this where this event is coming, this is coming from this. As soon as I upload a file here, it creates an event. What does an event mean? It's a kind of a trigger function. Okay, as soon as we eat a food, our stomach will tell, right, or our tongue will tell, right, it's tasty or not. So it's a kind of an event. So that event is represented by this particular output, this particular JSON structure. And this event will go here. This event will come into this variable. Why this will come here in this variable? Because here S3 will trigger this event in this Lambda function. Okay. So now once I have this event, now I can extract multiple values, right? Here I'm extracting bucket. Bucket means I'm just extracting the name, this bucket name. I'm just extracting this. And key means I'm just extracting which kind of a object I have uploaded. Okay, I have uploaded this object. So I'm just extracting this name. So if you see here, if I show you, if you see, there are a lot of details in this event. So it's showing it's a record. If you see, if you see, there is a slight. If I click on here, right? So if you see, this gets highlighted. If you see this line, so this is the start and this is the end. This is a bigger dictionary. Okay, this is a big dictionary, and in this dictionary, this is a list. This is the start of list. This is the end of list. Okay, and in this list there are again dictionary values. Okay, so if I, so when I try to upload a different file name, so if you see here, this is a different file name, ind list.csv. So if I want to change it, it will look like this. Let me copy this name. So the output will be like this. Okay, so key will be like this. Now what I'm trying to extract here is I'm just trying to extract this key, and I'm just trying to extract the, where is the bucket name? Okay, event source object user, this. Yeah, the demo one bucket name is this. I'm trying to extract this bucket name and this key. How will I do that? Let me show you. See events, I have to call the big dictionary name, right? So event is my big dictionary. In events, I have to fetch from records. You see records, I have to fetch from records. Records is a list. If it's a list, I want to go to the first element. What is the first element? This particular thing. This complete is the first element. Okay, this complete is the first element. Then I want to point to S3. What is S3? If you go here, let's say this is S3. Okay, I want to point here this S3, and then bucket name. Where is bucket name? See, in this S3 dictionary, I have a bucket name, right? So S3 dictionary will be where, from where to where? If I tell you, see, S3 dictionary, this is the key and this is the complete value for this dictionary. If I point S3 and then I want bucket, and in bucket I want the name, and then this is, and this bucket I want the name. So this is again in dictionary, there is again dictionary. So this is called a nested dictionary. Okay. So once I reach the name, this will be my value. Okay, I can extract this value. So this will be like this. Okay, in the same way, let me just, in the same way I can extract the key also. See, events, record, 0, S3, object, and then key. If you see here, S3 and then the, where is that object and then the key. So key will return us this value like this. Okay. So by the way, key, oh sorry, key will return something like this, I think. Yeah, key will return this value, but yeah, because this is actually key will return like this value, feedback slash readme dot csv. It will return like this because I have created a folder. If you see here, let me, this folder name will also come. So if you see where object URL is this is the key. You see this key, this is the key. So I will get this as an output here, as an output here. And I'm checking, if not, if you have not uploaded in the feedback folder, then return an error, status code as 400. Okay. So if it returns here, right, then you can say the execution will stop here itself, because it's mandatory to upload in this folder itself, because I'm tracking only this folder, not any other folder. Okay, then what I'm trying to do here is I'm just reading this CSV. I mean, we'll get to the, once I complete this project, where we can go into a little bit details on what we are trying to do. But just to let you know, we are just reading this CSV. Okay, CSV reading means we are reading this Excel sheet. Once we read this, we are collecting the row dot get comments. If you see this, we are collecting this details from this comment. So we want all the data which are present in this row, which is present under this column comments. Okay, so comments or review title. If comments is not available, let's say we have a data in which this is not available, we can use this also. Okay, because this title represent a kind of a shorthand note to these comments. So right now we have comments, so it will collect these comment, and then we are just doing I mean, skip if there is an empty text. So I mean, we might have an empty text here, right? So if there is an empty text, you just have to skip. Okay. And then continue, keep continuing, keep getting those data and keep collecting in this. So once you collect in this variable, then we are using an comprehend, which is an LLM service, or which is an text based natural language processing service from Amazon. So we are using this service. Okay, by the way, this syntax, how to use it, this is present in Amazon's documentation. It's not like we will have to memorize it. Just the only basic things we are using, this is what Python is. This is all Python. And how to call this function, this is, we can get it from Amazon website, Amazon documentation. Okay, so comprehend dot detect sentiment, and then in text I'm giving this text, and then language is English itself, because my data, my language is English, whatever I'm input. And then row dot update, I'm updating this. Okay, so this is the key. This is a kind of a value, sentiment. This is sentiment score. This is process times, and this is again at which timestamp this is processed. In the similar fashion, what we are trying to do, once this is processed, once we got details from AI, okay, what actually the sentiment is. Sentiment could be positive, negative, or neutral. Okay, So once we get this, what we are doing is we are again writing the JSON result. Okay, so if you want to see how the result is once you process, how you'll, and we will write the result where we will we will write the result here.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.